In a small town, there lived a boy named Ryan who was exceptionally smart. He had so much potential, it felt like he could do anything he set his mind to. And he had a big dream. He wanted to become a doctor. Everything seemed to be going well, and his goal was crystal clear. But Ryan had one major problem. He couldn't control his own mind. Ryan's mind was always restless. Every single time he sat down to study, it would start to wander. Sometimes his thoughts drifted to his phone, then over to Facebook or YouTube, and other times he'd just get lost in daydreams. He'd often tell himself, "Oh, there's still plenty of time, I'll study later." But the funny thing was, later never really came. His parents and even his teachers would constantly remind him how important it was to study with full focus. But Ryan was convinced that if someone is smart, they're bound to succeed. He believed nothing else was needed. One day, the results of the school scholarship exam were announced. Ryan had secretly hoped that winning this scholarship would make his path to becoming a doctor a little easier. But when he saw the result, his heart sank. He had failed. Meanwhile, his friends who studied regularly had all done incredibly well. The same teachers who once praised his intelligence now looked at him with disappointment. That evening, Ryan sat all alone, feeling deeply ashamed. He knew it wasn't a lack of intelligence that held him back. He had simply wasted his time. In that moment of quiet reflection, he realized something profound. Being smart is not enough. Without discipline, real success is impossible. Right then and there, Ryan made a firm decision. He had to change. He started looking for a teacher who could not only teach subjects, but also help students build discipline. That's when he found Coach Miller, a very experienced physical education teacher. Coach Miller wasn't just about exercise. He was known for helping students improve their focus and self-control. It was said that under his guidance, even the most unfocused kids slowly became disciplined. Ryan went to Coach Miller and confessed, "Coach, I just can't focus on my studies. When I sit down to read, my mind keeps jumping from one thing to another. What can I do to improve my concentration?" Coach Miller smiled gently and said, "Controlling the mind is not easy, Ryan. Come, let me show you something." He led Ryan to the school playground and brought out a toy bow and arrow from the sports equipment room. He set up a target board in the field and said, "If you can hit the center of this board, I'll know how focused you really are." Ryan took aim and shot the arrow, but it missed the target completely. The coach asked, "What were you looking at when you shot the arrow?" Ryan replied, "The trees around me, the field, and the board." Coach Miller shook his head. "That's your real problem. You're looking at everything at the same time." He continued, "Look, a good athlete only looks at the target, nothing else. Ryan, your mind is busy with everything around you, your phone, social media, YouTube. If you want to succeed in life, then during your study time, you must only look at your goal. Nothing else." Ryan understood the message, but he was still unsure. "Coach, where do I start? How do I become more disciplined?" Coach Miller said, "Listen, I'll give you 4 simple rules. If you can follow them, that will be enough. First, control your thoughts. Whenever your mind wanders, remind yourself, this is my study time. I must focus now. Second, make a routine. Create a daily schedule that clearly defines when you'll study and when you'll rest. You'll see, your brain will slowly start to follow it. Third, keep distractions away. Your phone, TV, and useless apps are time thieves. Keep them far away while you're studying. And fourth, practice every day. Nothing happens overnight. Build small, consistent habits every single day. This is the real key to mental discipline." Ryan listened carefully to every word the coach said. He immediately went home and created a strict routine for himself. He started turning off his phone while studying. Every time his mind started to wander, he would firmly remind himself, "My goal is to become a doctor." At first, it was incredibly difficult, but slowly, his focus began to improve. After some time, he found he could study for hours without getting distracted. A few months later, he took another important exam. This time, he didn't just pass, he came in first place. Ryan knew this wasn't just luck or talent. It was the direct result of his newfound discipline and focus. About a year later, as he stepped onto the stage to receive a prestigious scholarship, he remembered something Coach Miller had told him. The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will drag you wherever it wants. But if you train it, it will take you to your destination. From that day on, Ryan held on to one guiding principle. Train your mind with discipline, and success will surely follow. If you feel this story can inspire others, please like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay with us. I'll be back again with another inspiring story. Until then, be patient, be thankful, and keep moving forward.